Hey guys, I'm Eileen.
And I'm Dan.
And we're Bates Photography on the Road, coming to you from
Anchor Down RV Resort. First it was a mountain, now it's a fireplace. All right, well, first we had mountains and then we had a babbling brook, and now we got the best of both worlds. I present to you Anchor Down RV Resort. We're on a massive, and I mean massive, Lake Douglas Lake, and then we're surrounded completely around us by mountain ridges. So it's the best of both worlds at this one.
And this park, just like our last reviews, if you haven't checked them out, please check out Greenbrier Campground and also Mama Gertie's. All these parks that we took on this trip, they are super clean, super inviting, and this is absolutely another bucket list campground. You hear that word from us a lot, but in fact, it is.
The plan was to hit 2 bucket lists, and then we have one in the middle, and turned out the one in the middle, which was Greenbrier, you should go back and check that out, ended up being one of our favorites.
Absolutely,
so
with that river, you know? We
booked this kind of a once-in-a-lifetime journey, figuring we were staying at some bucket lists, and in the end, we stayed, all of our campgrounds were bucket list campgrounds.
Yes, and so often you get campgrounds where you like certain aspects of it, and then you have issues with either cleanliness of bathhouses, or they don't mow their lawns and things like that. And these campgrounds, and especially Anchor Down, super immaculate. I don't even think it gets cleaner than this one.
The level of service here, just in the couple of days we've been here, I mean, it is just insane. They're just boom, boom, boom. You need firewood, it shows up at your site. They're picking up the trash. They come, the gentleman next to us pulled out. Within 5 minutes, they were here. They were verifying the water was off, the breakers were off, the sewer was good. They swept out and cleaned out his fire pit. Now, one of the big there's so many things to draw us in, and we're going to go over a whole bunch of amenities coming up with some voiceover footage. But one of the big items are right here behind us. Now, we were very fortunate because we reserved so far ahead. We were able to get not only a lake view site, but a site with one of these hand-built fireplaces, the outdoor fireplaces. And it has just been a treat. And not all the sites here have them. They're building them slowly as they go. But this has really been so nice, not having that campfire smoke blowing back in your face. And
really has.
You know.
In fact, I would say if you like this fireplace, and you'll be seeing the view from this campsite, it's Site 41. And again, just to reiterate, you want to book like a year to a year and a half in advance. If you know the dates that you're coming to the Dandridge, Tennessee area, then you have to really get on this, guys, because people are coming from everywhere nationwide for this campground.
And with the surge in RVers, with the pandemic and everything, it seems like everybody and their mother is now out RVing. It's going to be tougher and tougher to get into places like this. So make sure you call ahead. I think I want to say May 1st, I believe, is when they open up their calendar. So you can book, up to a year in advance. And it was worth the wait. It was worth the drive. So we stayed, the last 2 campgrounds we stayed in, Greenbrier was to kind of cover all of Gatlinburg, and now we're staying here, which is it's a few miles north of Gatlinburg, but or Pigeon Forge, excuse me. But this enabled us to do all the Pigeon Forge stuff. One of the things we did today in Pigeon Forge was we went to a forge. And you'll see some close-up shots of these. I forged 2 knives. One for me and one for my lovely wife out of railroad ties. This is one of the things they do here. So you can go there and you pay $85 and that covers everything. And you work with Robbie Bowman, who is on Forged in Fire seasons 4 and 5. And it was a really cool experience. And you get these little sheaths, and then they have a kind of a partnership with the leather shop down the street there where they make all these leather sheaths for them. And then you go there. And so we just did our knife, and they will put your initials on the leather for like $7 or something. It was really cheap, but you'll be seeing that video in the B-roll voiceover section.
Yes, in fact, I enjoyed filming because my arms and upper body strength could not take it. So I was very happy.
I didn't know if my arm was going to take it. My right arm is about to fall off my body right now. I'm in desperate need of surgery, but I managed to push through it.
You did it. 2 knives, not just one.
I called to the old gods and the new, and I said, just let me get through this and give me strength. But luckily, the motion was more elbow than it was shoulder. They don't let you do the full, you know, Thor swing. It's 2 hands, elbow motion only with parallel to the anvil, and it's kind of like this, which I thought was going to be very awkward, but I was shocked how smooth it was. But that was pretty exciting to do.
And that's, again, called iron metal craft, I believe, and it's just really maybe 30 minutes tops.
Of course, we'll put links to everything we talk about in the description below.
But if you're into that, guys, that's a unique experience that you can get from staying at campground. And then obviously with Pigeon Forge, you know, all of the fun things for the kids, the go-karts, and you name it, any form of entertainment, Pigeon Forge has it. Now, we also did today the Titanic Museum.
Titanic was awesome.
That was part of what we wanted to do. We wanted to see the Titanic Museum, and we wanted to make these knives.
Now, you'll see some exterior shots of the Titanic, but they do not, as so many places around here, they do not let you film or photograph inside the museum because they don't want, if people see it, they're not going to come and pay for it. So,
and what's great about this campground is you're coming from, you know, exhibits and long days at Pigeon Forge, and you come into like this country area, and you're all of a sudden on this oasis, you know, on this big, huge lake and mountains in the distance, and you just have this sense of like calm, sitting by the fire. This, we really have seen we're spending 4 nights here. We've seen that it's completely packed. There's not one opening. And if there is, it's quickly filled with another camper. So it's really, I don't know, people know about this clearly.
Yeah.
So we're not the first review, and we're not going to be the last.
Very clean, very immaculate. We were forewarned by a young lady on the crafts loop how they're a little rigid up here at this site, but you know what? I appreciate that because of that. Yeah. I mean, the service is just on point. The staff are just amazing. Everyone around us, all the neighbors we've had, everybody just seems just friendly. I mean, I'm the most social butterfly. I don't go campfire to campfire introducing myself, but it's just everybody seems to just respect everybody else's space. People do their thing, you know, wave. You know, you see that in a lot of campgrounds, but it definitely seems like. I don't know why, it just seems more together here. Like people aren't crazy and carrying on. It's not that type of campground.
And we can completely understand why they call it an RV resort.
Definitely
because
a
of
resort.
These amenities.
Which you'll see in the amenity reel we're about to roll here.
In fact, let's talk about some of these.
Well, one thing I want to point out, we're getting some downdraft here. One thing I want to point out is, you know, pricing of these places. We've just stayed at 3 iconic campgrounds in a row. And the pricing is less than the campgrounds we stay at the Jersey Shore for the weekend. I mean, it is insane. Once you leave the East Coast, it seems like things just become affordable. So don't let any pricing kind of turn you off, because it's not like being down the Jersey Shore or up and down the East Coast like in Maine where you're paying $150 a night.
Yeah,
what did we pay for this site?
This is early May of 2021, and obviously the site prices change. But for Site 41, we're paying $69 a night.
Yeah, I think it was like $69
plus the taxes. And I mean, that's amazing for everything that's included.
Back home, that's getting you a tiny, tiny wooded lot that you barely can back into.
In a junky campground.
You can't put out your awning because it's so heavily wooded. There is no amenities. You're not close to anything. And
you don't have concrete level pads.
Oh, yeah. All these pads are stamped concrete, perfectly level. I didn't have to do anything for leveling. And then, of course, if you don't have the nice fireplace, they have a nice paver fire ring, plenty of stone and gravel around what's not paved. Really good. I've had no issues with the power here. There's been no fluctuations, nothing. Good, clean sewer hookups. I mean, everything here is just, it definitely is next level here.
Yes.
So, guys, enjoy the B-roll with all the amenities and some of the drone footage and driving footage of this campground here. And then, you know, stay tuned, keep an eye out. I'll put links below you can check out, check out the main channel and check out the Asheville adventures. And then we'll have a video with kind of combined Gatlinburg. I'll be having a video combined of Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, as well as, you know, all the other amenities and things involved with this trip.
Adventures on this trip. Yeah, this is a really wonderful trip. We took 2 weeks and we've enjoyed it. And we ended up here, anchored down as our last campground. So
yeah, absolutely love it.
Pretty hard to beat. Enjoy, guys.
Check it out.